So I wanted to just kind of chill and watch some content about hypercars. So that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm just sitting here chilling. I'm going to kind of make sure everything is running all right to start. And we're going to watch some Manny Koshman. I'm sure you guys know who that is. And if you're in the stream, I see we have 16 viewers. Freddie, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Let me know if everything is running okay. I think from what I can tell, my mic's picking up all right, and then I'll play the video here in a second. But this is my first time going live on YouTube from Streamlabs. So, anyway, we got some sparkling ice. Good little drink. I'll pull up YouTube real quick, and we'll get into some videos. 1 second.
I just finished the Bugatti Bolide manual from cover to cover, and I got some interesting facts to share with you guys.
So if you don't know who Manny Koshman is, basically a real estate dude out in, I think, Florida. Has a bunch of hypercars. Really great guy.
Let's start with dimensions. This car is over 50 feet long
and
over 7 feet wide. So it makes it a little bit wider than the regular Bugatti Veyron or Chiron. And it's 3,500 pounds, and it does 0 to 60, 2.2 seconds. Now, starting with the body, you're probably wondering what's this red ring over here? And that's to pull in case of an emergency for fire extinguisher. And
just a note. So, what do you say? 2.3 seconds. I feel like for the first time in history, we're kind of rethinking like how special a fast car is. So for instance, you can have, a Tesla. I think the fastest one is like a 1.9 or 2.3 seconds 0 to 60. So we're having to kind of judge for ourselves, like what makes a what's a good car. It's not really speed anymore. It's like all these different things along with it. The good handling, the balance, the driving feel. That's what makes a good car, and that's what I think makes a good car anyway. But that's fast.
There's actually a kill switch right underneath here. It's hidden right in the back, and that's a kill switch for the engine. Now when it comes to the rear, it doesn't have a reverse light, but it does have the ring light and this gigantic X brake light, which is really cool and neat on this car. Probably one of the most important part of the car is tires. Now, these are slick tires. The car comes with 2 sets, one for transport, which you guys saw those are skinny tires that doesn't do the car justice. But these are the slick tires, and they're only good for 37 miles, and they're about $8,000. Not so bad. So now, if you're thinking about tracking the car, you gotta make sure they're mounted and unmounted 3 times to create a uniform traction pattern. Now, for the slicks, to track the car, you gotta preheat the tires no more than 176 Fahrenheit. And for rain tires, no more than 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, as it sets the way it is, you can go up to 236 miles an hour with these slick tires, but if it's raining, you're limited to 186 miles an hour. That's what they recommend. Don't be naughty and go faster. Now, let's say you don't use either of the tires.
If it's raining, you're limited to 189 mile an hour. Wow. Yeah, I'm limited to that all the time.
tires on the track slick tires are good for 5 years, and the rain tires only for 3 years. So keep those birthdays in mind. Now, you're probably wondering what kind of juice this car takes. This car takes 102 octane, but you could run on 93 in case of emergencies. But 102 is hard to find. So good luck. And it holds 19 gallons. So at 3 miles per gallon, you do the math. You're not gonna go far. Now, a lot of people don't know, but this chassis comes with 2 settings, one for high speed and one for high downforce. High downforce is a standard which you'll be able to hit top speed of 224 miles an hour. While the high speed setup, you can reach 236 miles an hour. And the difference between the two setup is the ride height, removal of the front flicks, and also adjusting the rear wing. You can't do it yourself. You gotta get a technician to do it. So good luck. All right, let's make our way into the interior. My favorite
sound
of this
good?
car
Can you hear my voice while
is
I'm
the
watching
steering
this?
wheel.
Let me know.
Small but mighty. All right, let's break down the command center. So here you have your radio. You can talk to your pit crew, acknowledge button. You got the ABS settings, display, and here you have the switch for the left screen. On the right here, you got the flash. This is to mark on the track, and obviously you got the traction control here. And then this is your pit, limits you to 40 miles an hour. And of course, the best, the launch control. And then here you have the display change for the right side. Of course, you got your shift down and shift up paddles here. And in the center, the engine button. Now on the inside, actually you have some items in the interior that are gonna expire. You got seat belts, you got pads, fire extinguisher, and a fuel bladder. Did I buy a carton of milk or is this a car? I don't know why things are expiring. Now let's make our way in. Oh, so on here you have a button here that you can adjust the pedals. Pretty cool. That's about the right setting. Should we pop the steering? Let's take a look.
It's insane.
Very nice. Get in. Let's talk about the rest of the buttons inside. Now, let's figure out what all these buttons are for. On top, you got the master switch. I is for ignition.
Crazy.
So first you got to turn the master switch on, wait for the car to wake up, then the ignition. Then when that beep goes off, you can click on the engine button to fire up this monster. In the center, you got your parking brakes, hazard lights, headlights, fan speed. You have 3 settings on the fan, and then you have your air conditioning. These are your rain lights, and these are your rain tires. Now, when you put the rain tires on, you gotta click this button, and actually the car will transfer some of the power to the front to give it a stability. You gotta push this on before you drive the car in the rain. And here you have the electronic stability control. Here you got the kilometer, switch over to miles, defroster, and that's about it. And you never wanna touch these 2 buttons here. This is the emergency stop and fire extinguisher, which is a no-no in case you're on fire. Another thing with the fire extinguisher, you got the fire extinguisher box down here. It's on test, so you gotta pull the lever here before this puppy gets activated. So right before you get on the track, make sure it's activated, otherwise it won't work. And another fun fact, the fire extinguisher box only has a battery life of 1 year. So you gotta replace it every year. Now another fun fact, if you can't turn the car on, which the car is always in gear, there is a little hole in here. You put a key in there, and you can unlock the gearbox, automatically go to neutral in case you need to push the car out for transport or any other repair. Another fun fact, Bugatti sells you 3 size seats, and if you can't fit in any of them, you can drive it. And if you're under 4'11", you can't really drive this car. So Enzo, you're gonna have to wait a few more years. As for the seat belts, you gotta wear it with Hans device and the helmet. And one more fun fact about the AC vents, you can actually move them and keep it anywhere you want. This is kind of fun. All right, Nate, I'm already here. Should we fire it up? Master switch on.
Thing sounds nuts.
There we go.
V16. I think the Bolide has a V16.
Wakey, wakey. Now we got the ignition.
Woo! The spacecraft.
Great success. Ooh. My God. Woo. You need earplugs with this car.
Manny is, I don't know, I've been watching him a long time, but I don't know, he just got such a chill vibe to him, and wakes up in the morning, like makes espresso, has like a little coffee video he did, but just genuinely enjoys cars. Now I think, you know, if I was ever in his position, I don't know if I would just let the cars sit as much. I'm not so much of a collector as much as I am like, I love daily driving stuff. I love getting out there and just, you know, going all the way to the wall or close to it, you know, kind of like on a weekly basis. So I couldn't really do that, but I respect it. And to be fair, if I had, you know, 20 supercars, you can't really drive all of them at once.
Now, when you're done with your track session, you gotta run the car around the track in your highest gear, constant, to let the air flow through all the radiators to cool off this beast. Because, like I said in previous videos, this car has no cooling fans. Now, talking about fans, Bugatti does sell you the portable fans that go right on the engine bay here, and you only have 10 seconds when you pull into the pit to put those puppy on here. That's how hot this beast gets. And when you're done with the track, make sure you put the fans on there for at least 30 minutes before you put it on trailer and back to your garage. All right, well, that will do it. I think we went through a lot with the Bugatti Bolide. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be safe, be well, and see you on the next one. Big thank you to Otis for sending me the hat, the duffel bag, and this really cool limited edition sweatshirt. Only 100 made.
Very cool.
Too bad it doesn't rain enough here, but I'll wear it at some point. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
If you're in the chat, drop in and say something. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for stopping by. I know we have about, it looks like 15 viewers or so. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to the next video. Let's change gears a little bit, actually. I'll be right back. So actually a little bit of introduction. So this is the Faster channel. If you don't know about it on YouTube, they just started and I think they have 45,000 subscribers, but this is the son of a millionaire and they collect like just all types of different vehicles, specifically just supercars. Some old classics too, I believe, but this is pretty cool. So he's about to do some driving at Coda in the Apollo IE. So kind of interested to check this out. Great dude.
Faster video. I'm gonna get made fun of in the background. Today, we drove 2023 Apollo Intensa Emozione, and it took everything out of me. It was a very long day, as you're gonna see, from fixing the car to driving the shit out of her. And she did great. So a little bit about this car. Obviously, it's the purple to purple carbon fade. This one specific being the last one delivered. This car is a Ferrari F12 derived motor, a 6.3 liter naturally aspirated V12, kind of set up like a cup car, air shifted gearbox. Right now it's set up in its race form, so it's got its steel slotted brakes, slicks, and yeah, it'll make you sick. This car is very interesting because it's not like the Zonda. It's not as raw, but not as street car. It's miserable to drive on the street, really fun to drive on the track, so you guys will see that. And it just looks wild. Nothing looks like this. Sounds great too. Don't almost tripped over his bag. Yeah, let's show you guys the interior, kind of show you guys how everything works. So let me show you one thing. And you might notice it's dirty because it just did a full 6 hours on track. Power button on.
I can't imagine
open it. There's a manual here, but the issue is with the manual one, if you don't know what you're doing, the door could blow off. So we open it here.
$2 million vehicle. That's insane. Good insurance.
Inside. It's currently been our storage bin for the day. And interesting enough, it doesn't usually look all raw and exposed like this. We usually have our console on, but we had to do some fixing today. You'll see that in the video. And then she ran great, but the fixing was interesting. So we have our screen here, obviously. Quite the screen too. Then we got our different pages, you know, got our ABS, our engine map, traction control, all the good stuff, you know. So yeah, it is a
I'm gonna
quite the
skip
blast
ahead.
of a car. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. These two here are the cameras mounted on the mirrors.
Okay.
I hope you see.
So this is the out lap, and the out lap is usually when you're coming out of the pits. So he's gonna do an out lap, kind of get the tires warmed up, and then go into actual couple sets. I think he does. Yeah, he does a couple flying laps. So from what I understand, you know, he's going. I don't think he's driving at his limit, but pretty quick. Let's check it out. We'll start at the flying lap, or I'm sorry, the out lap. Sounds so good. When I grow up one day, I want to be like this guy. Yeah. So if you heard that squeak just then, I think that was his carbon ceramic brakes, which, if you don't know about that, it's basically a super high performance brake. My car actually has carbon ceramic pads. Highly recommend them if you're going to be heating your brakes up with some serious drives. But they're very squeaky, very noisy, and you saw him getting on it here. I think for the first time, really hard on the brakes, really bad squeak. What a sound. It sounds amazing. Dang, man. Still squeaking. Wow. Exposed carbon paint. Ah, man. Let's look at some stats on this vehicle real quick. So, the Apollo IE, golly. So, 10 of them made, around 3,000 US dollars, or 3 million US dollars. I wonder what kind of, okay, so the horsepower, The IE apparently is like the big dog. It's the Intensa Emozione, I believe. Apollo Intensa Emozione. Something like that. Urban raw power, 6.3 liter, F-140 V12, 780 horsepower. Max speed 208 mile an hour, 0 to 60 2.7 seconds. Yeah, I mean 10 cars made in the world, and he's tracking that one. That's just wild. Let me look up the curb weight of that. We'll do the wet weight. Wow, man, that is insane. The curb weight is 2,755 pounds. Wow. You know, my car is known for being the MX-5 for being one of the lightest cars. You know, 2,100 pounds. I mean, this is only a couple hundred pounds heavier, and we're talking about 800 horsepower. Golly. Let's get back to it. I'm gonna go back and see if I can catch how fast he's going here. Is him turning on the straight? I think I saw about 160. That's fast enough. Man, the interior is so beautiful. I don't know, you know, if I pick like that purple color, but it's still neat. Okay. 169. I'm going to hop up real quick. I'll be right back. Give me about 5 minutes. welcome. We're gonna get back into this video here in a second. I want to kind of send out, let's see, I can just go ahead and turn this on while we're doing this. So once again, we're watching the Apollo IE at Coda, and let's see, he's into his third hot lap, I believe, his second or third. So just kind of watching along. It's pretty sick. I noticed his speeds are very consistent, which is obviously the mark of, you know, a professional driver. But even on the straight, you know, his entry speed, so your entry speed on a straight is really going to be the definition of how fast you're going to be able to actually top out at. And he's always like hitting, what, 168, 167? Pretty cool. I want to see how fast he's going in this corner. Oh, and I just noticed, so fortunately we can check out just the labeling of what he's doing on the track. So he had his flying laps, all that. And then this is his push lap. So this would be the best he's got. So let's go back a little bit, and I want to see what he's doing. By the way, I just noticed, look on his dash. I think that's his microphone. He just has it casually like electrical taped right there. Me, I don't know. Like, that kind of stuff bothers me. I just want everything to be clean, to look good, whatever. But, yeah. Form over function, or function over form, either way. He's coming back into the pits now. Type 1 if he's a good driver. Like any of us would actually be, you know, a good judge of that, let's be honest. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick another video. We'll be right back. Unless one of you guys, like, drop, if you want to watch something, we can watch it. It's also about hypercars or race cars and whatnot. That being the case, I'm going to go ahead and switch over and get us something going. So, it's a little bit change of pace here. So, Cletus McFarlane, I'm sure you guys know who he is if you're into cars, but he threw some absolutely insane cars, you know, up in the millions of dollars on just a tiny little track. Yeah, he does some wild stuff. He's a cool guy. Let's get it.
Hell yeah, bro. You're on the Cletus McFarlane YouTube channel.
That guy's crazy.
Guys, this is a crazy video opportunity today. The Hamilton Collection reached out to us and said, hey, we want to bring some of our supercars out to the Freedom Factory. And I'm pretty sure there's a Bugatti here already.
Bugatti.
There freaking is, dude. Oh, I have never even touched a Bugatti in my life. That thing,
I love his
that car
enthusiasm.
costs more than what I paid for this racetrack. Bugatti Chiron SS.
Dang.
Holy crap. Look at it, George.
Oh my gosh, a
Brother,
Bugatti.
what the heck? That thing's absolutely foul.
It's so sick.
And they're letting George and I drive it today. What? That
Holy
is a
crap.
beautiful car. Oh, we gotta get Sam over here with his spray wax. I'm
definitely.
making an emergency call. Sam.
Captain, how you doing this morning?
Sam, I'm good. How are you?
Sam, you want a hot dog?
Brother, get your spray wax and get to the back of the Freedom Factory stat. And I mean stat.
Wyatt, what's up? Welcome
All right,
to the
bye.
stream. We're checking out
Horsepower
some
holes.
hypercars.
There's
and
carbon
whatnot.
fiber in there.
Oh, there is.
What the heck, dude?
I imagine the whole thing is made out of carbon.
One
Here, look, the
second.
Hamilton collection. That's the gentleman who will be here today.
Give me about probably 30 seconds. Something like that. once again here. Let's get back into it.
Nice.
Here a little early, just checking things out. Question is, do I fit? It's
No.
6'6". The
Yeah,
door
big
is
question.
very light.
Oh, it's wow! Look at the size of those brakes. Bugatti. Oh my gosh, it's so sick.
I'm gonna be honest, it's not looking good for me fitting right now.
That will make it work.
Well, I'm gonna make it work, that's for damn sure. Oh yeah, we're definitely good enough. We are definitely good
There you
enough.
go. Snug as a bug. Wow, it's so nice. Engine.
Just flat out engine. Should I start it? He said we can move it for pictures and stuff.
There's an elephant on the seat. Wow.
I'm gonna start it.
Okay. Okay, that's not how you do it.
Can I press the engine button?
Probably hit the engine
I'll hit
button.
the engine button.
Sounds good.
Those wheels are pimp. Oh my gosh.
Does the starter sound more expensive than every car I own?
Yeah,
You hear the starter?
No, you can't hear the starter.
It was the coolest thing. It was like, rah. That's the only way I can describe it.
Oh my gosh, it's so like curvy and smooth and beautiful.
I woke up and I know Bugatti.
What is this, a wing that pops up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, of
Well, it's
course.
probably a button.
A Bugatti.
A Bugatti.
16 cylinder.
Oh,
Oh, and it's painted orange underneath, of course.
see that?
Oh, hang on. Do it again. Oh my gosh, it sounds sick. You can tell it's like super muffled. There's definitely something that opens some exhaust.
Yeah, brother, it's got 4 turbos.
4 turbos?
Quad turbo W16,
Oh,
2 V8s.
You know, you gotta really know what you're doing to put that together.
Yeah, I heard something about the Bugatti that, let's see, the Veyron or, I don't know, I have to see, but the amount of cubic feet of air it's like sucking into the intake, it's just nuts. And, 4 turbos, all that, I mean, you'd imagine.
Yeah, please be careful. This could bankrupt us.
This could take down the whole company. 8-liter quad turbo W16. It says here, this might or might not be right. It says 1,578 horsepower.
Oh, that's definitely right.
Yeah.
Dude, what?
What's it say
Hope
for
you have a
top
good day,
speed?
Wyatt.
Oh, let me see.
Dude, the front,
It says it can go 304.
miles per hour?
Yeah.
Dude.
Miles per hour?
Miles per hour.
300?
She's good for 300. This is like a geek
Okay.
out moment, dude. I have never been around a Bugatti. I've been around cars my whole life. Never even at SEMA I saw one, but I've never been near one. That's a piece of art, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jordan Lee, what's up, dude?
Unbelievable.
Hope you're doing all right.
Well, we're gonna take some pictures and then we're ripping these puppies today.
do
Like
it.
ripping them. They're insured. And they said we can go on the
Maybe
track.
the
Look at this
farting.
thing, dude. That actually sounds like a race car.
Yeah, it does.
Big twin turbo deal on that. Ooh. Hennessy. You saw the Bugatti?
Yes, I did. And that thing is beautiful.
I got permission for you to wipe it down,
These
bro.
guys are characters.
Go let it rip.
There's some
just
prints
haven't
on it.
I
Massive
just haven't had the
characters.
stuff right.
Go let it rip.
Isn't that way right now? Yeah.
How does it feel, Mr. Sam?
Tell you what, this is a
Glad to hear it, dude.
luxurious feeling. You know what I
Have
mean?
you ever
Glad
wiped
to
down
hear
a
it.
car that's
Not me
expensive?
Hope you've been
personally,
well.
Not be one of these.
We're
no.
setting your record right
This is
now.
a record right now. But
You have
this
a video
right
you want to
here-
watch
Oh, yeah.
about like race cars or whatnot?
Please pulling the
Hypercars.
Bugatti out.
Let me know.
Oh my gosh, dude, this is insane.
We can watch them on the stream. Chill like that.
Wing up.
They're
You gonna
about to
hit
basically put
300?
this thing on a tiny little oval track.
Oh my gosh. You know the cool thing is like it's orange inside,
Oh, it's
but when you have a Bugatti, like it could be pink and they'd be like, dang,
The
thing's
spec
sick.
is foul.
It is.
That's a good spec. What's man? How you doing? Good. How are you? Good. Nice to meet you.
It's been a while.
Steve Hamilton, everybody.
Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Hamilton.
Hypercars.
Yes, sir.
This
We
is
are.
something we've never experienced.
Well, it is something. Let me tell you that they are stupid fast.
And you're gonna let us rip them a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta rip them. You gotta go experience them.
Well, you're not the standard hypercar owner.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
keep,
you
keep
guys-
in mind, this is Steve, but you know, most everybody buys these cars, lets them sit or whatever, because they collect them. A lot of times they sell them, that kind of thing. This guy rips them like you would your, I don't know, like Honda Civic.
The Hamilton collection seem to really use them.
We don't mess around. We let Whistle and Diesel use them, then we'll let anybody use them.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, we just pulled the Bugatti out an hour ago, and like even that alone was an experience, man. That thing's unreal.
I hit 227 miles an hour in it like a week ago.
Nice.
So, yeah. And they all have like new tires. They have 100 octane fuel. Like they're actually ready to race too.
Dialed in.
Yes, they are dialed in.
All right, cool. Well, do you mind giving us a quick tour in a minute
Yeah.
to show each one off?
Yeah, happy to do that.
We
Let's
got
do it.
the drag strip open.
The viewers
too,
on
and
YouTube,
The old track's ready.
thanks
So
for
whatever
dropping
you're
them.
game for, we're game for. We got the E85
If
for the
you have,
Koenigsegg guys.
I love it.
Not,
This is a Regera,
hope
right?
you're doing well.
So this is the Koenigsegg Regera, 1500 horsepower. You guys got to. So we have Tex actually here from Sweden. This
Nice.
is Marcus.
Type
and
1 if you
Jasko.
like Cletus
They have kind of been
McFarlane.
like traveling with us, sort of making sure that this thing operates amazingly.
This is insane.
And it did real well yesterday.
That was close one.
Yeah, you almost beat me in the Bugatti. We drag raced, but the Bugatti ended up prevailing. And
All-wheel
but
drive.
1500 horsepower. It is like a single gear transmission that's really quite
Yeah, he was
crazy.
saying so. It's
Yeah.
crankshaft
Pretty
to
cool.
torque converter to rear end.
Yes.
I'm going to skip
That's
forward
and then
see
they
where
managed to
actually
slip with the torque converter.
get sketchy
and
with
it
them.
uses electric motors to basically get it to one.
Oh boy.
7264. That's insane.
It definitely launched harder. I think they were thinking that he
Yeah,
was
he
on
might
it
have been
too
on it
long.
too long.
Yeah, it's real touchy.
Dude. Shot. It went at 932.
So
It felt so much slower.
this is the thing though. He just went 909 with it yesterday.
Well,
So
I don't.
on a drag. But the thing is, you're on the launch control too long. So what? And they
I
left
did
with
hear
less-
it spooling back down.
Yeah.
It's so smooth, I'm telling you, it felt like a 10-second pass.
Yeah.
It's the smoothest car ever. I was on the launch control too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have
You got like 1 second, he said.
Till you already launched it.
Full gas pressing, then you got to let everything else go.
Okay.
So it's pretty quick, right? It's brake, launch control, gas, let go, like that fast.
All right, I'm on it.
You'll save a quarter second.
All right.
All right.
Oh my god.
Man, that's quick. So,
Way
lost a
more
lot of traction
violent.
there.
Still extremely smooth.
Dang.
917.
Yeah, that's quick. Heavy. That was, golly, very heavy.
No way. 917 at 158.
It's about, 4,400 pounds.
Golly. Spun a little bit on that one. She was working. Way harder hit. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. I woke up in a new Bugatti. This is the coolest thing ever.
Bugatti.
Guys, redneck.
Dude, you rev it up, you don't even, it's not even like, dude, you
let's
rev it up
see.
and it's like nothing. It's just so
It's so quiet,
calm.
tame. Yeah, I'm thinking
All right, I know this one is.
it makes these street type tires wheel hopping.
There we go. Tennessee Venom.
What? It says boost building, and then it tells you when to launch.
Raw power right there. If you just drop in the screen.
Dude, it's just hitting the
drop it
two-step.
back.
Dude, that two-step was rowdy.
Yeah.
Wheel hopped a little bit there. It was wheel hopping, so I lifted. Do you want me to just drive away?
You do whatever you want to do. I would just maybe you could do it.
That's
But not that much. Like it's got 2 steps and 2 steps.
well, it says building boost and it says boost ready. Should I just go like?
Yeah, it's building.
I just want to make sure I make the Hennessy guys proud. I don't want to.
Well, dude, it was aggressive.
She ain't, the track ain't taking it. I promise you that. That baby's building some boost, brother.
Golly.
It's too much.
Violent.
It's too much.
That thing is violent. That is what you call too much power for the tired zone for this sticky track. Now, if you were on asphalt and it could spin the tire, like if he stopped and hit our no prep down there, it'd probably be great.
If you did this on asphalt, it would slip the tire, right? And it'd probably use the traction control to keep you going. But on prep, it makes these street type tires wheel hop and doesn't feel good for it. I'm thinking I'll just drive away. Don't you think that's probably smart?
Yeah.
I tried to go quick, but I'll just drive off.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That guy said it too. Let me go back. Hold up.
Well,
Man,
yeah,
it just
after all that, he
blew
went
stuff at the
156.
back end of it. Lord have mercy.
oh my gosh. Well, yeah, after all that, he went
After all that
156.
spinning, 156 mile an hour.
Did he
If
get
that
on
thing could
throttle?
hook up,
Oh
that
my
thing
gosh.
would rip.
I think without the optimal conditions
see
for
some
this
guys
thing,
like it.
it's just she's making too much power. This thing is raw,
Type
brother.
1 and
Like
Mr.
raw
Farm
power.
is an animal.
Yeah, this one's a bad girl.
This is an 8-second car
Oh,
on
yeah.
a tire. You know, I think just the conditions and the tire we have, we didn't do it any justice at all.
What did it feel like when you got past the 8?
Very fast. What was the mile an hour?
156.
And you went like a 10 freaking 1090.
I know.
156 mile an hour.
Everything else has been smooth. This is raw.
Yeah.
Raw. So sick.
America.
No doubt on a tire 8-second car. Absolutely no doubt in my mind.
America, baby.
This
So
thing is
cool.
disgusting.
What
The
a
two-step, I mean,
Oh yeah.
It
it's
sounds like Leroy.
it's arguably
It's insane.
as loud as
Is it
Leroy.
dual clutch, Steve?
No, single clutch.
Okay, this
Aggressive
is
as humanly
kind of
possible.
what I want to see
Aggressive.
right here.
Come to the wall.
Just rub against the wall.
And I was like, letting it get pointed before
I got
She's
you.
got some power.
She does. Yes. She's a big girl.
I'm ready to have some headroom, so I'm gonna.
Thanks for joining the
All right,
stream.
bud.
Are you good with this, brother? Are you gonna be all right? Yeah, I'll be all right. We're gonna make it through this.
Yeah, sure. It's just ABS unit, you know? So take it easy. Oh, yeah.
Can the GoPro even see your head?
Yeah. Great view.
Here we go, here we go. Oh, she's
She's hugged on the track.
Oh my gosh.
She's hugged
so
on the
good.
track.
Talk about some road presence. Rainy?
Really?
I think that's how you pronounce your name. Thanks for hopping in, bud. Hope you're doing well. I think this is where it gets a little sketch. I know I saw a little clip where his tires broke loose.
Oh my gosh.
Not that one, I guess.
Yeah, I can drive it a little further.
I think I could drive it a little further. This is when his tires break loose.
Power delay there.
Oh my gosh. That would have scared the daylights out of me. Woo! Yo-yo! Remember, that's like $2-3 million.
Just sounds insane.
And, you know, he's breaking loose going around a corner with a wall right there.
Holy crap. Oh, that's that rear brake
Marsha,
bias
thanks
he
for
was
dropping
talking
in.
about.
Hope you're doing well. We're just watching some
Beginning first few
funny
seconds
videos.
of the video.
Okay, that's just wild. I mean, like,
It just sounds insane.
let me see. I need to go back to where he broke loose. Nah, fam.
Crap.
No way. All right, I'm
That's
going
that rear
to
brake bias he
do
was
another
talking
video.
about.
I'm
Beginning first
going
few
to
seconds of
take
the
some-
video.
I'll be right back.
Bro, I'm like that.
Is that the brake bias you were talking about?
Let's make sure I turn my audio on so y'all can hear what's going on. So anyway, this is the Faster channel again. I think this is the first video they put up, but Carrera GT action. Let's hit it. The Apollo IE Intensa Emozione. Let's get back back to where he is.
Yeah,
Make sure to
look
check out the
forward to
faster channel. It's
developing
really cool.
this. And for the first video on the channel, let's take one of the cars out for a drive.
It's so hot.
Southern California. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, Dylan will be the filmer for this channel. What do you want your title to be?
Apex Pixel.
Apex Pixel. He'll be the videographer / editor for the channel. He knows how to dilly-dally with the lens every once in a while.
Yeah, occasionally I pick up a camera.
He's really a race car driver.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And he likes curbs.
We don't talk about that.
So, the idea of this channel was basically, as we mentioned previously, was to just take the cars out, kind of show everyone the experience of them, because we're fortunate enough to spend time with the cars, drive them, and have fun with them. And
thanks for coming by and watching,
we want to
guys.
share that with everybody else.
If you're in the chat,
and
let me know
that's
you're
kind
there.
of the
Say
idea
hey.
behind the channel. Especially when it sounds like that.
The TikTok kids are crazy though, I gotta lie.
The car spotters are car spotting today.
Yeah, they're in full force right now.
There's Clay.
There you go.
It's funny, you get car spotted out of a Huracan.
Yeah, not bad, huh? Newport Beach.
Newport Beach.
Sounds good. I watch stuff like this and I immediately am like, man, I'm gonna go hop in my car and hit some curves.
This one out of all the Hypercars is the one I take out the most, because it's so easy to drive and it's so fun. And it sounds so good.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
It's such a good V8. Porsche doesn't really make them like they used to. This 10 years ago. I don't know, I'm acting like I'm some old head. It's an old car, it ain't that old, bro.
I'm gonna switch up videos one more time. I'm gonna catch you guys right after this. The next channel we're gonna watch is Cars with Luke. It is I don't know, it's such a great channel if you're just interested in watching some cool cinematics, kind of a chill vibe, but Luke is still going through like different specs and sometimes pushes the car a little bit. So good sound, it's just beautiful videos to watch. Great channel. Like Star Wars.
back up in the Swiss Alps today, although the temperature is quite a little bit different to last weekend's video when I was up here with my RS3 in shorts and t-shirt. It decided to snow yesterday. That is May in Switzerland. You just never know what you're going to get. But I do like moody weather like this with a low cloud. It is very cool for taking pictures. Today I'm up here with quite a different Porsche. It is the Taycan Turbo GT with Weissach package. Something I never thought I would hear myself saying in the same sentence. A Taycan with Weissach.
Welcome back, Wyatt.
I haven't got used to it just yet. And I know most of you don't like electric cars. I know most of you don't like to watch my electric car videos. I totally get it. However, this thing is at least a bit more special than the rest. And my word, is it fast. So with the overboost function, it's putting out around 1100 horsepower. That is crazy. So although it is an electric car, it did still catch my attention, especially with the Weissach package. No rear seats, just all carbon fiber. It looks very unique. It feels like one of those opportunities where Porsche just told the engineers, you know what, we've got more than enough Taycans, go and have fun with some and see what you can do. And I feel like this was the end result. So I just love seeing when brands do things a bit silly, and that's what this is. It's a big Taycan, 4 doors, but no rear seats, 2 carbon fiber bucket seats, just like in my GT3 RS. Big carbon wing on the back. The car also sits quite low. It is just pretty cool. As far as electric cars go, this is quite cool.
Type 1 if you like
Bit
electric
cold
cars,
outside.
Type 2
nice
if you
to
don't.
be back in the Taycan. At this point, I would normally film a start-up, show you the exhaust, which for me is normally a highlight. However, not today. Let's drive. So, I actually have this Taycan for the next few days, and tomorrow I'm doing a road trip with it down to Monaco for the Top Marks car show. So for me, it's going to be interesting to see how you can road trip. That looks too tight. It's a snow clearer. I think I'm going to go around here. How and if you can road trip in EV, how stressful is it? And that's what I'm going to find out tomorrow. Let's head down the pass before it starts raining. Rain is forecasted and potential snow. It feels cold enough to snow. So I think I'm going to make this a quick one, which shouldn't be a problem considering the amount of power I have. So with every press car Porsche Switzerland give me, as they have this one, they send me a PDF with the specs and the price. Now the price of this one on the PDF they send me is an eye-watering 282,000 Swiss francs. So that's big money for
a big battery.
an EV.
Really.
Let's hope it's special.
What's
the color
up,
on this
bro?
I quite like actually. Today it's a bit of a difficult color because it's a flat
Welcome
color.
to the stream.
I'm hoping that actually tomorrow in the south of France it's going to stand out a bit more. Right now it kind of blends in with the landscape of Switzerland, which is relatively flat. It's blues and greys. So this color here in Switzerland kind of gets a bit lost. It's called pale blue metallic, and yeah, it's a nice color. I don't think I've had a Porsche in this color before. I think it might also be a new color.
Like that.
Anyway, it is quite nice. There's actually some quite interesting sounds the car makes, some mechanical sounds, which is really nice. Not as good, of course, as in my GT3 RS, where you hear the gearbox and the clutch. You really feel like you're in a road-going race car. But there are some nice sounds here and there. It's a 2-speed transmission on the rear axle. Just going to turn around. I've got the car in as low as possible, but actually still plenty of room.
I want to see if he kind of hits it over here.
Flying off the side of a cliff today based on the fact of 1100 horsepower, cold tires, and a long way down there.
I mean, it sounds crazy.
What I'm hoping is going a bit further down.
Like, you know, an engine good.
And find a nice straight that's not
sounds
high
cool.
off a cliff. And try
10
a
people
launch
watching
control.
on YouTube.
So with the overboost function to get the full power, it lasts 10 seconds,
my first
and
time
then you
streaming
need to
on
wait an
Facebook,
additional 4 seconds each time
Twitch.
for it to cool down, and
I'll
then
freeze
you
the
can
same
use
down.
it again. I'm going to try this now, so I can use it while I'm driving. If I push it, alright, it's giving me 10 seconds. Oh my, yeah, that was nearly a full Richard Hammond then. Okay, that is, sorry, that was absolutely ridiculous of how fast I saw it going then in a split second.
And sometimes I wonder if
So the
Luke's
difference from when you're
actually
having
ever
the
pushed
overboost
car
function
really hard, 'cause he just always
is quite
he like hits the
scary.
gas just a little
And
bit,
I'm happy the traction
and then
control
backs off, freaks
was
out.
on then. Otherwise,
like it's his first time.
yeah.
I mean, I get the
I feel like it
enthusiasm.
might be too cold to try launch control, but we're gonna try. There's a little space here. Let's try one. It should just be flat down. Hold, launch control activated. Oh my god! What was that?
21 in the chat. Hello,
My
hello.
face hurts. Is it fun? Yes. Is this car good? Yes. Would it ever replace a petrol car for me? No, no way. You can't beat that emotion, and you never will, and electric cars will never replace that. But,
unfortunately,
that's just being honest,
the way
but
it is.
it is really good.
He knows it.
And you know what? If I had, I don't know, a 10-car garage,
Yeah.
I would have one of these.
It's different.
Because it's unique in itself. It's something different.
It doesn't sound
It's just a bit
bad,
ridiculous. I think it looks
but,
good.
I mean, it's
it
not
drives really well.
It's obviously not a real engine. It's not an engine.
I'm scared to use the overboost
There's no
button
combustion.
again, I have to admit. I feel like I'm a bit too high up now to use it. Should I use it? Yes, come on. Coming up the corner, overboost. Yeah. I was hesitating a bit on, on the throttle then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if it... Oh, yeah. It does what they say. Oh, God. I'm turning that off. That's ridiculous. The tires are far too cold.
I'm fixing to grab some coffee.
But anyway, thanks for watching today's video.
Give me a second. We'll come back and finish this off. I'll be right back. All right, sound's back on. What do we think about the transition music? It's pretty sick. I like it. Okay, so I'm just gonna end off and just kind of hit my channel real quick. Actually, let me hide the screen because I don't want to show anything you shouldn't see. To just kind of end this out, so make sure to hop on my channel if you're into cars, specifically my track build Mark IV MX-5, otherwise known as the Mazda Miata. Got lots of cool videos on there. Go ahead and end this out. Thank you guys for supporting.